Good morning and happy Friday. Today I'm doing a hashtag crash your stash. It is hosted by Dale, Not Too Shabby Chic, and Raina with Lilo Crafts. So I'm really going to use up the stash today for this one. My inspiration, well, let me tell you what the prompt is: friend and stickers. So it was a tough one, but this is my inspiration here. The tag I already had made, it was in my stash, and the stickers, I have a lot of stickers in my stash. So this is a stamp I have here. I think it's Hero Arts, and it says friends are flowers that never fade. And I have it on my platform because I wanted to make a sample. Now these fabric tags are ones that I had in my shop and they never sold. So I thought I would make some tags and send them out to friends. So I have a box of them, and this is how I stored them. So I'm just taking the large ones out. Yeah, I have quite a few. So I'll go ahead and, there's another plain one. I'll go ahead and show you how I made this. Basically, I found a shape I like for the stamp, and then I went to my scraps. I have a lot of white scraps that I really need to get a handle on. Usually this is more tame and organized, but yeah. So I'm just going to pull out, these are just white scraps. And this is how I store my colored scraps, white. Sorry. I got a bunch of these at the thrift store for a really, really great price. So, excuse me, I have all my colored scraps in these and on a shelf. Sorry, it's early morning and I'm just struggling to get going. So I wrote down my size, 2.5 by 3.5 for this die. So I'll just cut I think I have one here. Yep. Let me grab I have one extra one that I cut here. So I'll just cut a few. So I'll go 3.5 by 2.5. Gonna work. Yeah, I can't. I'm using my Sidekick, so I got to keep them down to size. This is 2.5. I'm gonna get it right exactly to size. And 3.5. All right, that should get me started. Excuse me. All right, so now I'm going to cut them out. And usually when I have like mass making stuff, I have like a system where I cut everything at once, then stamp it, then heat emboss it, and so on and so on. So that might be what I do today. Yeah. Okay. All right. And I forgot to grab my plates for this. Hang on one second. Sorry about that, not prepared. Okay. I know I need to clean this, but okay, so basically I'm just going to tape this down because it likes to jiggle around in here. And just going to use some mint tape. Yeah, see, I can't go any wider than 2.5 on these little plates, so this works. Whoops. I can put this down, but it won't stay because of my mat. So I'm just going to cut a bunch of these and have them all ready, and then I'll stamp them all at once. So today's Friday. We're scheduled to get another storm this weekend, so we'll see. They always try to scare us, but we'll be prepared. I want to get this video done and uploaded because I think hubby's getting out of work early. We'll do a little lunch dinner date and then get our shopping done, grocery shopping done. So this should be, I should have enough once I cut all these. So this is kind of usually what I do. And I brought the sidekick over to save on space. I can just move it out of the way. More, one more, should have enough. And I think this is Spellbinders, I'm not sure. I got it at a yard sale, and I'll show you. It came with a bunch of I call them labels. I don't have any packaging on it. Okay, I'll just leave that. All right, let me move that over. Sorry. This is the dies here. Yeah, I don't know. I got it used, so it's probably 2 dies in one, I'm thinking, but yeah. Nice little set. Okay, so I've already been stamping, so I have my sticky grid down there, and I do, if you look on my playlist, I'm not sure, it's probably in my die cutting or maybe stamping. It's probably in my stamping 101. That's where it would be. And this is sticky grid paper. It's sticky, and I usually put a full sheet and then I cover up. You can cut it down. I cover up when I'm not using. I've showed this many times, and it'll hold whatever you're stamping. You don't need the magnets, so I really like that. So these will have, let me put this back on for a second. All dies will have little wispies. So I'm just going to try to knock those off real quick. You can take a little sanding block to them, nail file, or emery board. I'm just going to just pull off what I can real quick. But a lot of dies do that. If I sell die cut stuff, I always knock that stuff off so it's clean. But I'm taking a break from my Etsy right now, just doing the me thing, just stuff I want to do. Okay, I think there's another spot there that's being stubborn, but yeah. You can do that and knock it off. You get this a lot when you use the cutting plates. If I were to cut it with the excuse me, if I were to cut it on my precision base plate, which is called a chrome base plate, if I were to cut it on here, I wouldn't have a lot of that wispy stuff. You know, you'd have a little bit, but it cuts so much cleaner. But because I want to save on space on my desk, this is what I'm doing right now. Just knock some of that off. Yeah. Okay, good enough. So now, and what I did was I set up my stamp where I wanted it. I die cut out of my shape, and then I centered this up in between there before I started stamping. I did a couple test runs, and this is kind of where I like it. So so now what I do, and I'm going to put some, it's hard to do this with this open. Let me just do them all at once. I'm going to put some embossing powder on the front of these, and I'll do them all real quick so they're done. And this is just ensures, because you have oils on your hands, and that'll transfer to your project. So when you're putting embossing powder on, it's going to, you know, whatever oil from your hand is going to show up with the embossing powder. So I'll just do these real quick. This is usually what I do, and then I'll hit it up real quick, just touch it up before I stamp. You don't have to be this perfect, but I am with things that I sell. I like to make sure everything looks good and you're getting your money's worth. So there's that. Oh. So this goes really, there's another piece of, there we go. Another way to, you know, try to streamline things. So now all I'm going to do is grab my piece. I'm going to set it in here. And this is not my idea. I've seen it many places. And I think there's a right or a wrong. Kind of. You don't have to do this. You could just lay these down and then die cut them out. But because I know that I'm just going to hit this up one more time. Because I know that is uniform like that, I can just go through and stamp them all. And then I've got a tray here that I'm going to set them on. So you kind of need some space to do all this stuff. I'm using the Versamark ink, and I'm going to do gold powder. You definitely don't want your embossing buddy near your inks. Just going to hit this up, and I can kind of see it. I'm going to hit it up again because I want, the more Versamark you put on it, the thicker your powder will be. So I think that's good. Okay. This stuff is sticky. And then I just put a piece of paper on here, scrap piece, just to protect that. And I'm going to put my powder on. Hopefully I got enough ink. I think I did. I hit it twice. I think twice is good. That looks pretty good. It looks like I missed a little bit of the R and the S, so I'll have to put a little bit more pressure next time. Yep. I can fix it with a gel pen. You can just color with your gel pen, and I'll show you in a minute. So I would just literally do all of these, set them on my tray, and finish them. So that's probably what I'll just do. Just keep going. I'll do a few. So I'm just going to set this in here. Oops. Set that in there and hit it because I touched it. So I know, I think it was right there where it didn't want to, yeah. All right, I'm going to hit it one more time. Maybe I didn't get enough ink there. Every stamp is different, and I did peel this off, this block, so I just have some release paper on there. Oops, I put the wrong side on. Just so nothing will stick to it. That should be good. Peel this up. I used to do a lot of stamped and heat embossed tags, and this was my process for the tags. I just streamline, do a whole bunch, and then heat set them one time all at once, because what I learned from the heat tool, I have wore them out, the on and off button, from using it so much. So I think I'm going to make sure I put enough pressure. Do a little bit more. Okay. So once you get into the groove, I want to protect my sticky paper. Oops. Okay, now I'm just laying these out on my tray. There's no time limit on that embossing. You can get back to it later. I have done it like at night and heat set it in the morning. Okay, I'm going to keep going. Let's see my time. I got to watch my time. Okay. So I've seen a lot of people do this. I know I've seen Jennifer McGuire do it. I know I mention her name a lot, but you really need to check out her video. She has great tips, shortcuts. So if you have everything set up, you can just kind of keep going. That way I'm only heat setting everything all at once, goes quicker, and then I can start assembling my tags. That looks pretty good. Set that aside. Go on to the next. Okay, I got two more. That way you're not die cutting, going back and forth, stamping, heat, and you're like putting things away. You're just doing one thing. I just want to make sure I get that one side where I have trouble. Okay, and this little tool from dollar store is handy, but it is sharp. Okay, protect my sticky grid. Alright, I'll do one more, then I'll heat set them. I'm like falling off my chair. Okay, let's see. Alright, last one. Now I'll get rid of this. Okay. Good with that. Good with that. Set this aside. I have this glass mat that I found. It's actually a cutting mat, but I realized I can heat set on it. And these I got from scrapbook.com. I only use them for heat embossing. I have these that I use for gluing. So I'm going to do one at a time. And I see I got a little bit right there. Let's see if I have a paintbrush here handy. Okay. If you get somewhere you don't want it, like right here, just wipe it off with the paintbrush. Not sure that that's... Okay, got it. Yeah. Yeah, you can just rub it off before you heat set it. You get powder where you don't want it. Okay. The trick to heat embossing is warm up your tool. Then you're going to be a distance away from your project. And then you're going to watch till it starts turning. Let it turn, move on. Let it turn, move on in slow motions. Doing this is going to blow your powder everywhere. All right, so I'm going to do that. Well, I thought I was going to be able to grab these one by one, but that one had the problem with the S, but I can fix that, and I'll show you how. I'm going to set these up so that I can grab them easy with my tweezers. So I have to keep turning my heat tool on and off, on and off. And I can grab them. And I'm just looking at them as I'm going along to make sure there's no extra something, something. Okay, I think I'm ready to go. So I'm just going to go ahead and heat set all of these so it'll be noisy for a few minutes. And I think I'm going to hold it from this side. That one's done. Now, that went pretty quickly, and the reason being is because your tool is already heated up and you can just keep going. When you turn it on and off, it's cooling down and you have to wait for that to heat up. So it goes really quickly. You can get them heat set really fast. And that's how I used to do my tags that I sold in my shop. I would just cut all my tags and, you know, go that way. All right. A little something right here. I'm not sure what that is. Let's see if I can. Not sure what that is. I got a little mark right there, so this one I probably won't use. But I want to show you how to fix something that didn't stamp very good, like this one here. If it was a large line, I could use my Emboss It pen, but these will write really thick. So what I'm going to do is I have, well, I don't know if this is a gel pen or not, but I'm going to try this. I need to get some gel pens. So I'm just going to I'm going to fix that R and that S with this pen. And I think I need a hard surface here. Let's see here. Because this is bumpy. And I'm just going to make a little mark right there. It doesn't matter what color it is because I'm doing gold. If you were doing a clear embossing, you wouldn't want to use a color. So now I'm just going to put a little powder on that. Okay. And that should get it. Yep. So see, I got powder on there, so now I'm going to heat set that. So let me do that real quick. There we go. I fixed the R and the S where it was missing a space where it didn't get stamped. So there we go. I have a bunch of those all ready to go. So I get rid of this. I've showed that before where you can use gel pens. You could write something, you know, your name or sign something and then use the embossing powder to heat set it. And however thick this line is, it will work. Excuse me. So now I'm going to pull these out, the larger tags that I made last year. And just those. And I'm going to glue one of these on there. Probably this one right here. I like that. And I'm going to use my 3-in-1. I'm going to line this up. I purposely used this die, and I like to do that because it had a notch here and a notch here. You know, you could use it this way here as a label, but I'm using it this way, and I like to do this because then it gives you a focal point of where to set it, like that notch and that notch would be easy to line it up on something, and then you have this notch here. So that's kind of a little trick I do for things. So I'm going to just set this here and grab a couple pieces of tape. Okay, put my glue on. And I'm using the 3-in-1 because I know it's going to stick to the fabric. Oops. So now I've got my top and my bottom there. I'm just going to line up. And I know don't have to be perfect, but it just helps. So make sure that that is secure. And then I will pick out a sticker. These are from my stash as well, and my daughter Heather sends me these all the time, and I love them, and I don't use them enough. So let's see, I'm thinking I really don't like them in these little bags, and I've been wanting to do this. So I used to put my clear stamps in these, but I don't like them because they're big and bulky, and it just didn't work for me. So I'm thinking I'm going to dump these out. Get rid of the bag. Oops. There we go. Alright, so let's see what we have. Kind of like in this one here, maybe. Let's see what it will look like. So make sure that's got good grip there. Alright, so I can't tell front and back. Okay, I think this is front because they're both shiny. Oh yeah, okay. Yeah, I like that. I'm just going to stick that there on the side, or no, this side here. You can still have room if you want to write something. So put that on there. Okay. So I consider that my friend and my sticker, and I'm going to put some seam binding. It's a ribbon. Probably going to go with white. Probably use that up. And I know you all know that this is my scrap cabin shop. Right, I'm thinking, I'm just measuring down here about, I know it's about 8 inches that I like to tie a bow. So see, now I have all my little pieces. It's just assembly line. Oops. Not very good at tying bows. And it's not a thing of I can't, oh, well, it's a function with the hands. I'll get it and then I'll fix it. I can fix it later. It'll just take me a little bit, and I'm sure you don't want to watch that. So there we go. There's another tag. Where'd my other one go? Oh, it's right here. Another friend tag. I got a sticker on the back. So I've got 2. So let's see. Now that I have them all ready to go, I think I'm going to do this one here. I'll pull that one out. So these were in my shop for quite a while. So now they're going to have a new home. So there's that one there. I'm just going to quickly line this up. Very easy to do. Oh, for these tags I used, this is the Sizzix framed tags. I love these tags because they have the embossed border around it. And I really like that. I used the large one, this one here. It's got that border. Oops. So there we go. Let's pick a good one. That one's got a mark on it. Okay, go with this one. Sun's out now. It's a beautiful thing. But I know a storm is coming. Oops. Okay, just lining up that tip there and that tip there so I could at least be somewhat uniform. I love the gold. Okay, so I just need to pick a flower. I think I'm going to go with a different flower. Maybe we'll want a tulip. These tulips, yeah. This one here, I'm not rattling a bag every time I have to go through it. It drives me bananas. I think that's why I don't use them, don't go through them. So let's see. Oh, that's pretty. Let that go. That might. Maybe that. I don't know if I want the tulip. Let's see. I've got a lot here. I think I'm going to go with that one there. Yeah. Okay. I can just put it on the side like that. I will say they peel really easy too. Just a little clingy. Oops. There we go. Okay. I'll just do a quick bow. I can make it pretty later. I can't. I don't have a grip. There we go. Got it now. Not too bad. So there's that one. So there's 3. Let's see where I'm at. 46 minutes. I probably got time to do one more. So there's 3. Let's see what we have. This one here. Or this one's got some yellow on it. I'll do yellow because I do have yellow flowers. Let me take this one out. There we go. I'll do something with the smaller tags. Alright, let's see if I got a good one here. That one's got a little something right there. That one's got something right there. Okay, this one. Glue. And it might be residual paper from my cutting plates because they need to be cleaned. What I'm seeing on here, it's probably residual paper from other projects. Alright, do this real quick. There we go. And this was quilt fabric that I got, I think at a church sale or something. It was like pieces. It was already quilted and I just die cut it out and made tags. So the pieces are already there. I did exactly what I shared in my video yesterday, how to die cut fabric, how to glue it and cut it. And that's what I did. And I just used some file folder scraps I had. So this is a whole scrappy project for sure. So I just left the, let me show you this one. Is that one? Yeah, this one here. The pieces. See, that was all sewn and quilted. And I just made little tags from the squares, what I could, labels. So, yep. So I'll use them in my projects now. All right, I need a cute, let me see if I got another one of these. These are kind of, they might be have some orange in them too, I'm not sure. Oops. Oh yeah, these are cool. Kind of like this one here. Does have yellow in it. So I'm going to use this one. over a little bit. To trim that. There we go. So there's that one. Okay, let's see if I can do another bow and then I'll end the video. Let's see, about 8 inches. Okay. I struggle, but I still try. There we go. I'll do a better bow later. Actually, I like that bow better than these bows. I think not tying it is the trick. Not knotting it first. Just go ahead and straight up do the bow. Yeah. And then just flip that over and give it a trim. Okay, I'm not sure, but I'll I made it worse. I'll pretty these up before I send them out. So yeah, so there's 4 tags. Those things are so clingy. Go check out Raina and Dale's channel. They're doing the Crash Your Stash. And today was friend and stickers, and I hope I did it well. So there you go. These will be going in the mail. All right. Have a great weekend. Take care.